Hello, everyone. Welcome to Lost in the Real. This is your host, Shawn,
Your co-host, Morgan.
and today we are going over Pieces of a Woman. We are going to be explaining the ending and also giving a spoiler review. So, Morgan, what did you think of Pieces of a Woman?
I I I want to say I loved it, but it was too heartbreaking to love. It was very tragic. Vanessa Kirby was outstanding. The first 30 minutes of the movie just was jaw-dropping. I remember, like I said this before, when the title finally came on, I was like, I am not ready for this movie. I just stopped and I pressed pause, like recovered. But it just everything, cinematography, the acting, the writing was beautiful. What did you think?
I thought it was an outstanding movie. I thought it was devastating, completely overwhelming at times. I loved the tracking shots during multiple different scenes. I thought that was such a wonderful use of the camera. And I did love the movie personally, but it is definitely hard to watch.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that first scene, or yeah, first 30 minutes, like what a difficult thing to film. I can't imagine, and act and just everything about it must have been difficult. The tracking though, I love like so beautiful. My favorite part, weirdly enough, from that entire scene was when she gets into the bathtub and he's holding her hand and like he puts her in and they still have her hand there just outside the bathtub by herself and it tracks and then he comes right back to her, Shia LaBeouf, and holds her hand. I was just like, I just got goosebumps talking about it right now. Like,
Yes. I loved that scene as well. Also, that is one of my favorite songs of all time that they played. It's a Sigur Rós song. And it was like just the perfect little oomph of music that you needed to kind of separate yourself from the reality of everything.
I didn't even catch that. Good job. What was the first thing that stood out to you?
So definitely the symbolism in the film, we have to get started talking
Oh
about.
yeah.
I think there's multiple symbols in the film, one of them being the bridge.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it was really interesting that they made that be his job. First of all, Shia LaBeouf's character, that he works on bridges. And then when he's in the lawyer's office after he gets done fucking her, they didn't really touch upon that much. I think that's more of kind of like it just shows that they're moving on from each other. Is that what you got? That why they added that in there?
I mean, I don't know as moving on as in just clear separation from each other, but yeah.
So he looked at that portrait of the bridge and he brought up, what destroyed it, that no one could figure it out. And I thought that was such a powerful thing because he brought up the fact that it was resonance that destroyed the bridge. And resonance is a vibrational energy, basically. So it was this vibrational energy that destroyed the bridge. What did that mean to you?
I mean, I love that. The first opening scene of Shia is he's like yelling at his coworker to like get his shit together because he wants his daughter to be the first person to walk across the bridge. And so obviously, through her death, he stops working on said bridge. We still see the creation as of the bridge visually in every scene with the dates, and we still see it being built as we see people, Martha and Shai, I can't think of his name, character kind of not exactly heal, but yes, I would say heal at the very end when she pours her daughter's ashes into the river and the bridge is complete, and that's kind of the completion of that vibrational energy of their daughter who passed away. I just got goosebumps again. God damn.
No, Symbolism. I definitely thought that quote to me, like that, the fact that no one could like they brought in the scientists, they brought in all of these people who know bridges and could figure out what happened to it, and it was just the vibration of the world, and that's kind of representative of his relationship with her. It was like their relationship just crumbled, and it's because of the energy that was happening around them. It's this one thing that caused their relationship to fall apart. And he brings up that resonance is basically when a swing is still swinging even when no one else is on it. And I think that just is a really good metaphor for their relationship.
Totally. And the life that was there but not there, you know?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Beautiful. And then more symbolism. I mean, the apple. I
Mm-hmm.
immediately put to the common thought of like the pain of childbirth being Eve and eating the apple, but then the sprouting. So try to create life again, and she wasn't able to sprout the seeds because she couldn't accept the death of her daughter, really, as it being no one's fault after she drops the case, and then it begins to sprout, and then yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I love the idea of apples throughout the whole entire movie. I didn't even realize what she was doing with like the little. Was it like paper towels with like water on it that she was
Yeah,
putting? Yeah, didn't realize what she was doing until the very end. I was very like, what the fuck is she
you're
doing?
clearly not a plant person, Shawn.
No,
You've
no,
never
no,
tried sprouting.
absolutely not. But I do love that because she was never able to like let life grow again because she couldn't get past the death of her daughter. But then finally you see that those pieces have come together and the life was sprouting again with the apple seeds, but also within her. And then they also bring up the fact that when she's in the store, she gets the apple and then he also, Shia LaBeouf brings up the apple again. He's like, "Are you ever going to eat this apple? It's rotting."
Oh yeah, that was interesting. And in the trial, she says that her daughter smelled of apple.
Hmm.
Um, that was interesting. The one where what the scene you said with Shia LaBeouf, I didn't quite know what to take of that. I thought maybe that was the pinnacle of them completely separating, like the raw apple and him pouring the drink into his thermos. And
Yeah,
I'm
that was like the beginning of the end for them, and that was her lowest of low moment, not only in her relationship but in her own life as well, because the apple was rotting. And then actually, this is really interesting. I'm just going to throw this out here really quickly. So I was talking about like it's amazing to see Vanessa Kirby in this performance because you see her at the very top of the top and then go all the way down to the lowest of the low and then all the way back to the top again. So it's like a U shape. So she smelled her daughter and her daughter smelled of apples. And this is when she was at the highest of the high. And when he mentioned that apple rotting, this is when she was at the lowest of the low. And then when the apple seed sprouted again, that was the apple, basically her rebirth of life.
Yeah, that was great. I couldn't place the brown apple until like just now. Good job, dude. Yeah.
So with the end, obviously she's had a child now named
hmm
Luciana. I like that.
I like that too.
I also like that her daughter was climbing an apple tree and like enjoying an apple too. What did you think of that?
I did enjoy that a lot. That was great. But also, I like I enjoyed it even more that the tree, which I imagine being the child that died, her first girl, being the girl herself who's and the tree was obscuring them from view, and not like in a bad way, but just showing that like no matter as they two, Luciana and Martha, continue to live their new life together, not new life, their life together, the child will always still be there too, kind of like in there. I don't know. I really liked that. I was like, oh yeah.
I did not even, I don't know why I didn't put that together, but the fact that the tree represents that daughter that died, and it also represents the pain and the suffering that was caused by her daughter dying, but also the life that she was able to have because of it and how she was able to move on. I want to talk lastly about what your thoughts are on her letting the midwife basically go free.
I think that was very important. That showed that she is finally healed and accepted the death. and then her grieving and just acceptance of everything. And I think that's why it was like very important while Martha was giving that monologue, or Vanessa, they were showing Ellen in the audience. I don't know, is that what you call the jury or area? And because that was her showing that she's healed. Like everything that her mother wanted in a very crude way, she was giving to her. And just, I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, I loved that monologue that Vanessa Kirby gave, and she just was staring straight into the camera as she was giving it. I was like, "Whoop! This is what cements her to win Best Actress right here." But also her staring at her mom, like you said, it's very much showing that she is being courageous in her own way by saying, like, I am letting this woman go. She never came in being malicious at all or wanting the baby to die. She came in wanting that baby to live, and she's gonna let that go. She didn't want her baby, her baby's legacy to be that, oh, this woman ended up in jail. Like that. The baby never would have wanted that, and it showed such strength, and it showed that she was able to move on. And I think just seeing that picture of her holding the baby, even though she wasn't able to look at it before, her being able to look at it then showed that she had found the strength within herself to move on.
Totally, right? Because at first she was, what Shia said, why are you trying to disappear my baby, when she's clearing out the nursery. Like you could see that she just wasn't ready to grieve, and then finally seeing that picture and feeling the completeness of having held her, and like that was, and then just everything kind of resolved after that. Yeah, that was great. So Definitely. Good.
I know. Thank you so much, guys, for watching Lost in the Reel. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you liked it, and also comment down below. Let us know what you thought about the ending, what you thought about the symbolism in the film. We'd love to hear your thoughts, and we'd love to talk further about Pieces of a Woman. Thank you so much, guys. Take care.